Sanibonani Molweni. Welcome to Empowerment Podcast. It is Tuesday today. Welcome to Empowerment Talk Show, where we're addressing issues and topics that matters every day. This is the day that the Lord has made for us to rejoice and be glad in it. We are here to empower, equip, and inspire you. My name is Sikole Cele, and I am your host. I am not alone. I have my partner with me.
Yes, greetings to everyone who's listening to us. We welcome you again on another powerful episode of Empowerment Talk Show. You're listening to Empowerment Podcast, and definitely it is a Tuesday. When you hear these voices, just know it is a Tuesday, a wonderful Tuesday, which the Lord has made for us to rejoice and be glad in it. And we'd like to tell you that you can find us on our social media. On Facebook, we are at Empowerment Podcast, and we also have a group on Facebook, #Empowerment_podcast. We are also available on Instagram at Empowerment_podcast.
Yes, we're also available on WhatsApp. Our number is 0656156641, 0656156641. We're also available on Twitter at Empowerment Podcast, TikTok Empowerment Podcast. We also have a YouTube channel where you can go and search for Empowerment Podcast. Please make sure that you go and subscribe. Then you are going to be able to find all our shows on YouTube channel.
For those who just followed us or just tuned in for the first time, you are listening to Empowerment Podcast, and this is Empowerment Talk Show, and this is another new series that we are starting, which we started last week, since it's a men's month, it's all about men. So if this is the first time tuning in, you can just go back and review what we spoke about last week on our first episode of this series. So today we are continuing with the topic that's Men You Matter. But today we have a guest, which we're going to introduce very soon, and we hope you enjoy today's episode. Please make sure that you share the link with your friends, your family, especially if you have a male friend or a male person that you are close to. Please make sure that you share this link, because whatever will be spoken today, that person needs to be. So, over to tell us and get the chance to introduce herself.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Vision. Yes, we have a guest today, and I'm so excited. And I forgot to say that the Molweni is relevant in today's show. So Molweni, everybody in Eastern Cape. Somebody from the Eastern Cape today. She's going to introduce herself, and I'm sure that you're going to love her. So, hi, Anonymous, who's going to tell us who she is and what she does. Welcome to Empowerment Talk Show. Welcome to Empowerment Podcast Studios. Hello, welcome.
Hey, guys in studio. How are you?
We good. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm awesome, guys. All right. My name is Ayam from Ematatiela Pat, living in KZN, Durban specifically. Thank you so much, guys, for having me on this wonderful platform to talk about what I am most passionate about, which is like mental health. So I look forward to our conversation or our discussion today.
Yes, you've heard it from her. She's from the Eastern Cape in Ematatiela. So we are just keep going forward. We keep going to Eastern Cape. So welcome to Empowerment Podcast Studios. Welcome to Empowerment Talk Show. We hope that you're going to enjoy your time with us today.
Thank you so much.
So as we are about to start with our show, we just to tell our listeners at home that today's topic we'll be talking about men and the challenges that men faces, especially in the mental health side. Since we have a psychologist who will be telling us, as you can see, these days, no matter these times, we hear that most of the violence are coming from men. So we want to know basically where does all this anger, because I personally believe that all of this comes from anger. So we'll hear from our specialist today to tell us where does all of these things come from. So we are not going to talk about as if men are evil or what, no, but we're trying to give out some help to all those who will be listening to this episode, because you might have an issue which you don't know about until you hear something that is relevant to you. So today we'll be looking at that. So our first question that we have is that what would you say is the main psychological problem that men are facing in this modern society? How would you tell, or how would you say the psychological problem that men faces in this modern society, from all the anxiety, depression side, and all the stress, the pressure that men are being thrown for, like in the society that we're living to?
Hey, all right. Okay, thank you. No, I think I understood the question quite well. And I'm so happy that you mentioned anxiety and depression, because I think those are the main issues that actually impact men in our society right now, due to the fact that, number one, our society, or should I say rather, societal standards and gender roles, they are the main problem. There is this belief that men should be in control all the time. They should be dominant, not show any kind of emotion. They should be breadwinners and providers all the time. So if you are unable to do that as a man, you are under that pressure right now, right? So you have to think not only about yourself, but about your loved ones as well. So because everyone is expecting too much from you. And if you cannot deliver on those expectations, it starts to eat on you mentally. So basically, the way I say it is the pressure coming from our society. That is a man, we have to be this certain kind of person. And if we are not, then it is an issue. We're not saying those are not great qualities to have if you're a man, but we are saying there is a downside to what the society expects from men. Because not all the time you can deliver. For an example, in South Africa, we have a huge unemployment problem. Most people are not employed, which means you cannot deliver or you cannot provide for yourself and for your family. So now that's going to start to impact on your mental health negatively. The second issue is that, so now you're under duress, you're under stress, you are basically facing depression, this anxiety that's okay, fine. You are in this constant state of worriness that I cannot deliver for myself or my family. So now we are not able to cope. And I have said in the beginning that men find it hard to go and seek help or to discuss their problems that they're currently facing. As a result, they end up resorting to violent behavior, drugs, alcohol, and basically, guys, violent behavior is number one, because when men are under stress, they are more likely to be aggressive towards either a spouse and their kids. So I think we need to basically kind of like slow down a bit when it comes to, because men as well, before you're a man, you're a human being, right?
Yes.
You yourself have your own things that must be taken care of. So we shouldn't like be biased and say just because you're a man, you should do this, provide this at a certain time. No. We should just like try and slow down a bit, and also slow down on our expectations as well. But I want to stress this, guys, enough. Gender roles are a major problem. Because if I am your sister and I'm able to provide for you, why can I not? Or if I'm your girlfriend and I'm able to provide for both of us, why can't I cater for my needs and for your needs as well? Is it because you are a man? So just because you're a man, you don't deserve to be catered for. So I think it's this unrealistic pressure and gender roles that certain someone must do 1, 2, and 3, and 4 And if we are not able to do that, then society, will crucify you for that.
You know what? From what I'm getting from you, Ayami, is the fact that you're saying that the only one reason, or the main reason, not the only one reason, the main reason that leads men into having psychological problems is those social standards that we place that a man is supposed to do this. Men must.
That is correct.
And I think that is also because we are selfish. I think our community or our society is selfish into doing that, because you also highlighted the fact that right now there's a very high rate of unemployment. So how can we expect that every man must be employed? And when you see the other gender, like most females are also not employed. So how come do we want the main gender to make sure that they provide for everything, but when they're not working, we're not understanding that, and we don't even cater for their psychological needs. That is one thing that is So from what I'm getting is the fact that we as the society, we are just selfish. And then we say that when our brothers kill themselves or commit suicide, we ask, why did they didn't speak?
It's not easy for them to speak out or to even seek help, because we have groomed them to think that men seeking help is a sign of them being weak. That is not that is not fair on a fellow human being. Or you are a man, first and foremost, you are a human being. So the standards, they actually prevent men from seeking help and from speaking out. They suffer in silence. Our brothers, our friends, they suffer in silence because of these societal expectations and these traditional gender roles. So those are the main two factors that I will mention today on that first question.
I'm so glad that we also have a male figure here on the podcast, so I'm sure he can attest to this.
And I was going to add on that we should be also aware of as we highlighted in our modern society, we need to be aware that even our government, more opportunities are now given to women than men, and also that is damaging our society of men. Yeah, well, we all, as women need to also look out for that. Do not put your men under pressure while you understand that more opportunities are more available for you than a male person. That's one of the things that people need to be aware of, which I've been following for a very long time, that even if you go for a job interview or when you apply for a job, for example, if you want to be a metro police, the requirements for a male person and a female person are not the same. Yeah, but it's more likely for a female person to get that job than a male person. So we also need to be aware of that.
It makes sense. Yeah. Okay. And I actually agree.
Okay, I think that Ayami, you answered number 2. That was our question, because you spoke about.
What was number 2 again?
You spoke about this. You highlighted it in passing. I was like, okay, because we were going to ask. Oh, you want to add? Okay, we were going to ask the second question was.
Okay. No, you can move straight along. Not an issue at all.
Yes, because you did answer it, because you spoke about that the fact that they should take care of their mental health. Because I was going to ask you that you recommend that men should take care of their mental health, and you did highlight that. So, and if I am asking that, maybe I can just ask the why part of that question as to why do you think it is important that they take care of their mental health?
Oh, okay. Main reason is because if you don't deal with your psychological or mental issues when they are still like on the onset or at an early stage, if you're suppressing all those emotions, they will become much bigger problems at a later stage. moving forward, because they will not only manifest psychologically and mentally, but they will manifest physically as well. So you will experience chronic diseases, probably high blood pressure or whatnot. The main reason could be those underlying issues that you've been ignoring this entire time. So now it's very, very, very crucial, guys, to take care of your mental well-being, because it's going to start affecting your overall well-being, your entire body, physical, on the physical sphere, mental sphere, emotional sphere, and so forth.
All right. Moving forward to our third question, in your psychological perspective, what are some psychological effects of having no female or having no male figure as a role model when a male is growing up? What can you say are the effects that ended up making the kind of male person of men that you are seeing today, which is whom are violent and whom are taking drugs and substance abuse?
That's quite deep. And that is like, basically, I think in South Africa, we have so many kids growing up without their fathers. So, all right. I think number one, we have to take into account the fact that just because there is a male figure in your life doesn't mean that he will turn out well in life. Yeah. Because if that male figure is in himself not intact with himself, or probably toxic, that person will not be a good example to you. Instead, it can be quite the opposite, right? So before we start, I think we need to acknowledge that point. Just because you have a father or you are born from a normal, acceptable family structures like a mother, father, and kids, right? That is what we are told is normal. So if you are from a functional family, it must be there is a father, a mother, and kids, right?
Yes.
So we need to take into account the fact that, but if the male figure in your life is toxic or is not in health with his well-being himself, that person won't be a good example in your life. But to answer your question now, all right, I've realized most people who grew up without fathers in their home, they tend to suffer from low self-esteem issues. They tend to be aggressive. They tend to have this deep underlying anger. So that they themselves are not aware of. So that anger, if it goes on and it's not resolved in time, it may turn into something quite bigger. Probably we see people like, as you grow old, you have this deep underlying anger, right? You have this aggressive nature. You question your self-esteem. You question why you feel like you were not wanted. Why did this person didn't want to be part of my life? So you basically, all these emotions, all these unanswered questions, they deepen this anger and this aggressiveness. Hence we see today our society is so messed up, guys. It's quite sad. So unfortunately, this is a reality in our country, in South Africa. So it's quite bad. There are detrimental factors. For a girl child, for an example, more girl childs, they prefer dating older men. They don't even know why, because they are longing for that love, that fatherly figure. So the impact is really, really, really negative.
So from what you are saying, I get the fact that you are clearly just trying to say to us that we should be more careful of other people's actions, and we should not be quick into judging their actions, because we do not know why they acted in that manner. We were not there when they were growing up. So you do not know, maybe they grew up having a father and a mother figure in their lives, but the father wouldn't be the role model of children. So now,
the environment you had both parents, of course, but the environment was not nurturing. So as a result, that could just do more damage than good, even though you have both parents around.
Okay. We did say that the series the series for July says, "Man, you matter," and I can already see that there's so much unspoken problems that men face, like psychological problems and this the matter of having role models. I think we take it light and think that people just don't want to have role models and say, why is Kanye so acting like this? Because
they don't talk about it. We think they are doing it just because they're not making it explicit. So, yeah, we are really we need to change the way we deal with these matters. Men shouldn't be neglected. They also have needs just like us. So, July is this month. Let's go, guys.
Okay, while we're still in that high note, I just want us to breathe a little bit. Okay, this brings me to this. What is your favorite meal that you like eating? And do you like cooking it or you prefer buying it?
Favorite meal?
Yes.
Oh, my word. Okay, I've got more than me.
You have to pick one.
Number one, though. OMG. Pork.
Okay. Do you like cooking it or you like buying it?
I like cooking it. I like buying it. I like to do anything that's got pork in it.
As long as pork ribs and all sorts. Let's invite us to your house so that we can come and taste the ribs prepared by you.
Not an issue at all, guys. You more than welcome.
Okay, the last thing that I want to ask you is, if you were given 25 hours instead of 24 hours in a day, if you were given an extra hour in a day, what were you going to use that hour for? What were you going to use that extra hour for?
I think I will do some charity work. Probably go and volunteer in a facility or where there's less privileged people. Probably help with chores, talk if they want to talk. I think I'll just give it back to the community.
Okay. She gives back to the community, fam. She loves pork. And she's definitely going to invite us to her house so that we can go and taste the pork prepared by her.
The pork. Yeah.
I love ribs. So I'm definitely going to come to your house.
I'm totally.
Obviously, when we are back to level 1, and right now I can't come to your house. Right. Okay, this brings me to the next question. Back to the main reason we're here. I wanted to ask you, what is the definition of a good man? Like your definition of a good man. And what are the
definition of a good man?
Yes, and what are the qualities of that definition of the good man that you gonna define? And then
this is my definition.
Yes, your not the society. Yes, not the societies. Your definition of a good man.
Okay, my own. Okay, that should be easy then. All right, my definition of a man should be someone who is authentic to himself. That's number one. Someone who takes care of his entire well-being. Someone who is aware of his weaknesses, strength, and someone who doesn't view women as objects. And someone who respects not only himself, but those around him as well. Yes, respect. Okay, someone who's also understanding of the situations going around, someone who's less judgmental. Yes. Someone who's not insecure. Yes, not someone perfect, but someone who's be aware, be in tune with your sense of self and your sense of being. I think that's my definition of a man.
Okay. That's a definition of a good man, fam. So it's not the society's definition, it's her definition. It's the qualities that she likes of that good man. So we have to give a round of applause for Ayami's good man. So let's just give a big round of applause for the definition of Ayami's good man.
Oh wow! Yeah, those are good qualities. Those are good qualities. Coming to our last, second to last question is, any last comments or words of encouragement that you can give to men out there, since it's Men's Month? What are those wonderful words that you want to give to men so that they can feel loved and cherished, and just to be told that they are loved and they are valuable?
Okay. Okay. All right. I would like to let them know that we love them. We love our brothers.
Yes.
Our uncles and yes. So we love them very much. They are doing great. I don't want them to feel like they are functioning under pressure, or they should do things that are not feasible to them, or that their pockets doesn't allow them to. So just keep on, stay in your lane, be on your own pace, do what you do best, be a great person, don't pressure yourself, don't beat yourself. If things don't happen when you want them to, just try and be patient, just continue doing what you do great, work hard, work smart. But most importantly, we care and we love them so much.
Okay, I think that is just great way of ending the show, you guys. It's a great way of ending the show. I don't want to add, I don't want to minus anything from what you said. I'm just going to move quickly and say and ask you, how can people contact you? Do you want people to contact you? Are you available on the social media platforms where they can go to if they want to have you as the guest, or maybe they just want to speak with you, or they just want to connect with you?
Okay, yes, guys. I am available on Instagram, Twitter, and WhatsApp. On Instagram, my username is ayam_Badela, all small letters. On Twitter as well, it's ayam_Badela. Okay. I think I will say my cell phone number on a private chat. Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's totally fine.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you so much, guys, for having me.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. We were truly empowered to have you. And one last time, I just want to say, man, you matter. So I'm definitely sure. And I know that there are men out there who are going to be empowered today, who are going to be inspired today, who are going to be equipped. So thank you so much for honoring our invitation. From us to you guys, we love you so much. Goodbye. God bless you. Till next time. Goodbye.
Bye.